But there aren't any curtains at the windows. I'm not fond of curtains. Shutting things out, shutting things in. I like the light and the darkness and the windows open to hear the wind. Now, when Mr. Lamb says that the house was full inside, it had lots of books and other things. Derry says that, but there aren't any curtains at the windows. Mr. Lamb, he says that I'm not fond of curtains. I don't like curtains. I don't like to shut things in or shut things out. I like the light to come in and the darkness, and I like the windows open to hear the wind. Derry, yes, I like that. When it's raining, I like to hear it on the roof. Mr. Lamb, so you're not lost, are you? Not altogether. You do hear things, you listen. Now, Derry says he's become quite spontaneous with Mr. Lamb, and so he says, yes, I like that. Even I like the sound. I like the sound of the rain. I like to hear it when it falls on the roof. Mr. Lamb, he says, so you're not lost. You are not lost altogether. That is, you have interest in life. You are not a complete recluse. So you do have interest in some things. You do hear things. Hearing is involuntary. He says, you listen. Now, listening is voluntary. He says, you listen. That means you pay attention. You like to hear the sound of the rain falling on the roof. Derry, they talk about me downstairs when I'm not there. What will he ever do? What's going to happen to him when we are gone, when we have gone? However, will he get on in this world looking like that, with that on his face? That's what they say. Now, the boy, he heard his parents discuss about him. The parents must have been worried. It is very natural that what will he do? How will he get along alone with a face like that? How will he face the world looking like that? They were worried about him. And when the boy hears all this, he also gets upset. But such talks generally reduces or shakens the confidence in a person. So even he started feeling that he will not be able to do anything, and it is going to be a very big problem for him to face the world. Mr. Lamb, Lord boy, you've got 2 arms, 2 legs, and eyes and ears. You've got a tongue and a brain. You'll get on the way you want, like all the rest. And if you choose and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. Mr. Lamb, he says that, my God, boy, you have 2 arms, 2 legs, eyes, ears, tongue, brain. You'll get on like anybody else does. So he does not give importance to his face. He does not give importance to the burnt side of his face and just ignores it. He says there's nothing wrong. You will get along well like others do. In fact, you will get on better than them if you set your mind to it, because you'll be more focused. You'll be more focused, as he did not have the habit of mingling with the people. So he will socialize less as a result, and he will have more time, more concentration. So he'll get on better than the rest. Derry, how? Mr. Lamb, same way as I do. Derry, do you have any friends? Mr. Lamb, hundreds. Derry, but you live by yourself in that house. It's a big house too. Mr. Lamb, friends everywhere. People come in. Everybody knows me. The gate's always open. They come and sit here and in front of the fire in winter. Kids come for the apples and pears and for toffee. I make toffee with honey. Anybody comes. So Have you? So have you. Dairy. But I'm not a friend. Certainly you are, Mr. Lamb. Certainly you are. So far as I'm concerned, what have you done to make me think you're not? Now, when Mr. Lamb says that you will get on better than the rest, Dairy asks him how. Mr. Lamb, same way as I do. He had a tin leg, but he was getting on well in his life. Dairy, do you have any friends? Now he's curious about his friends. Mr. Lamb, hundreds. Dairy, but you live by yourself in that house. It's a big house too. He says, but you live all alone. Mr. Lamb, friends everywhere. People come in, everybody knows me, the gate's always open. They come and sit here and in front of the fire in winter. Kids come for the apples and pears and for toffee. I make toffee with honey. Anybody comes, so have you. So he says, so many people keep coming. They come and sit here near the fire in winters. Even the kids come. They come to get apples and pears and they also take toffees from him. Dairy, but I am not a friend. He says, so have you. You also have come like that only. Dairy, but I am not a friend. He says, I am not a friend. Mr. Lamb, certainly you are. So Mr. Lamb says, of course you are. So far as I am concerned, what have you done to make me think you are not? He says that you haven't done anything that makes me feel that you are not my friend. Dairy, you don't know me. You don't know where I come from or even what my name is. Now, Dairy, he's a child. So, he says that you don't know my name and you don't know from where I come. So, how can I be your friend? Mr. Lamb, why should that signify? Do I have to write all your particulars down and put them in a filing box before you can be a friend? So, Mr. Lamb reasons out that how is that important? Now, I don't need to write down your particulars and file them before I make you my friend. Dairy, I suppose not. No. Now he sees reason here. Of course, there was no need to know all the particulars to become a friend, Mr. Lamb. You could tell me your name if you choose and not if you didn't. So Mr. Dairy again gives him a choice. He says, if you want to tell me your name, you can tell me. And if you don't want to, then don't. Mr. Dairy, it's Derek, but I hate that. Dairy, if I'm your friend, you don't have to be mine. I choose that. So he says that his name was Dairy. Then he tells him that it is Derek, but he did not like Derek. So he would prefer Dairy. And then he says that if I'm your friend, you don't have to be mine. Because if you are my friend or not, that is something I will choose. I will decide. Mr. Lamb, certainly, he says. Absolutely. Dairy, I might never come here again. You might never see me again. And then I couldn't still be a friend. So he's trying to ask a possibility. He says that if I never come here again, you never see me again, then of course, how can I be your friend? Mr. Lamb, why not? Dairy, how could I? You pass people in the street and you might even speak to them, but you never see them again. It doesn't mean they are friends. So he says that you meet people on the street and you may even speak to them sometimes, but that does not mean that they are your friends because you will never meet them again. Mr. Lamb, doesn't mean they are enemies either, does it? Mr. Lamb says that it does not mean that they are enemies also. Dairy, no, they are just nothing. People, that's all. Mr. Lamb, people are never just nothing. Never. So Dairy says that they are just people. They are neither friends nor enemies. But to this, Mr. Lamb says, no, people can never be nothing. They can never be just nothing. Dairy, there are some people I hate. Mr. Lamb, that would do you more harm than any bottle of acid. Acid only burns your face. Now Dairy says that he hated some people. To this, Mr. Lamb says that hate is going to do you more harm than any bottle of acid. Acid only burns your face, it burns your exterior. Dairy only, Mr. Lamb, like a bomb, only blew up my leg. There's worse things can happen. You can burn yourself away inside. That is, he said, like the bomb, it blew away my leg only. Worse things could have happened. You could burn yourself inside. Dairy. After I'd come home, one person said he'd have been better off stopping in there in the hospital. He'd be better off with others like himself. She thinks blind people only ought to be with other blind people and idiot boys with idiot boys. So now Dairy says why he thought like that. He says that when he came home from the hospital after the accident, one of the persons said that he should have been left in the hospital itself with other people who had burn marks. So it would have been better for him to be among people who are with the same disability. She thinks blind people should live with blind people and idiot boys with idiot boys. So they are among like themselves only. So they won't feel out of place. Mr. Lamb. And people with no legs altogether? Now Mr. Lamb questions him, and people with no legs altogether? Dairy. That's right. Mr. Lamb. What kind of a world would that be? Dairy. At least there'd be nobody to stare at you because you went like them. So Dairy says that at least then people will not stare at you because all of them have the same disability. So they will not stare at you. Mr. Lamb. So you think you are just the same as all the other people with burnt faces, just by what you look like. So Mr. Lamb asks him, he says that, so you think that you are like any other people with burnt face, just by what you look like. So only looks decide what kind of a person you are. Everything's different. Everything's the same, but everything is different itself. So he says, even burnt people will not be same. So he says, everything is different. Everything's the same, but everything is different. Even if there are burn marks, it is not necessary that the burn marks will be same. They might be different. The extent might be different. The places might be different. So even if they are burnt, they are same, but still they are different. Dairy. How do you make all that out? Now, Dairy, he gets into thinking in a very different line. Talking to Mr. Lamb was making him see the positive, the optimistic side. He had become very pessimistic because of the people he had been among. So he says, how do you make all that out? Mr. Lamb was able to make him think in a different way. Mr. Lamb, watching, listening, thinking. Dairy. I'd like a place like this, a garden. I'd like a house with no curtains. Now, he says that even he would like to have a garden like this and a house with no curtains, Mr. Lamb. The gate's always open. Mr. Lamb was very welcoming. So he said, the gate is always open. Dairy. But this isn't mine, Mr. Lamb. Everything's yours if you want it. What's mine is anybody's. So Mr. Lamb says, everything is yours. Whatever is mine, it's anybody's. Dairy. So I could come here again? Even if you were out, I could come here? Now he asks Mr. Lamb that he could come there even if Mr. Lamb was not there. Mr. Lamb. Certainly. You might find others here, of course. He says, surely you can come. But only thing is, you might find other people here. Dairy. Oh, he is disappointed.